FPV RC. We have one of my favorite helis to fly, the Xiang. We got this from Razordon, so a huge shout out to them. And they're even hooking you guys up. If you're interested in this helicopter, links are down below. They're affiliate links. I get a small kickback, no extra cost to you, and you get to save more money because if you use code Mach3RC while you're checking out, 10% off this bad boy, and these are not that cheap by any means. So 10% goes a long way. Thank you to Razordon for sending this out for review. I always appreciate that. I love these GPS helis because they make it easy for a heli noob like me to be able to fly. We even got like 13-mile-an-hour winds out here today, but I trust this thing because of the GPS hold. These are amazing. I love the briefcase they come with. It makes it so easy for packing this in the car and bringing it out here to fly. It comes with everything you need: battery, charger, transmitter, the briefcase, everything you want is in that box. And I absolutely love these helicopters because the scale details are amazing. They look so dang good. Even the freaking door slides open. That's what I'm talking about. I like when the doors slide open. Now there's one huge thing that you guys kept asking on my last Apache review, and was that, can you hook up an FPV camera to it? Can you fly at FPV? All that stuff. Well, guess what? When I was getting this from Razordon, I selected the option to include the FPV camera. So stay tuned till the end of the video because I got some cheap FPV goggles and we're gonna try flying this FPV. But if you guys have never seen one of these helis, I wanna show you how to get it into the air. So let's do that right now. First things first, we're gonna turn on our transmitter. You hold the power button, get your beep, transmitter's on. Always have that on right away. Next up, we're gonna hold our battery right here. You'll see all the lights come on. You gotta hold it for it to turn on. There we go. Our battery is on. We're gonna set it down here. Now, I have already done this, but if you haven't done it, if it's your first time ever flying this helicopter, calibrate the gyro right out of the box. It's super easy. You hold the bottom one down and to the right, top one up and to the left. I said top one, I meant left one. But like this, and then that's gonna set it into gyro calibration mode. You'll see the light flicker on the helicopter and then it'll switch back to green. Then you know your gyro is level. You only have to do that once, right out of the box, and it should be good as long as you do it while it's nice and level. So I did it because I wasn't watching the first time. I was sitting here yapping. Next up, this one you wanna do anytime you fly in a new area, and that's calibrate the GPS. This time we're gonna go down and to the left, up and to the right. And now we see a yellow light start flashing. We're gonna pick up our helicopter and we're gonna spin it in a circle horizontally like this until that light that's flashing on top here switches to green. Keep spinning, there's green. Then we're gonna move vertical and we're gonna keep spinning her. Again, you just wanna do this anytime you're in a new location. There, now we got solid green. It lets me know that we're good. Now, we're just about ready to fly. Last thing we're gonna do is look at our transmitter here, and it's acquiring GPS satellites. Right now we're on 8. I don't know if you guys can see the screen too well with the phone. Now we're at 10. I would say you wanna get at least 10 GPSs before you start flying, okay? It usually takes a couple minutes at most. While you're doing the calibrating and stuff, it's finding them, and then you should be good to fly. Again, you want to wait till at least 10. The more you have, the better, the more accurate it'll be. And this thing is rock solid in the air. Okay, we have 15 GPS signals. We're gonna get this thing in the air. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it. So this switch stays where it's at. This one, make sure it's an auto. This is a little bit confusing. You see danger and you're like, oh my gosh, that's the rotor starting. Danger actually means they're locked. And that's because if you hit it while in midair and you lock it, the blades are gonna stop spinning, it's gonna drop straight to the ground. It's a little backwards, I know, but once you get used to it, you get used to it. So we're gonna wanna switch that to unlocked and then keep it in the middle here. We have our GPS mode. This is a low height mode. It only allows it to go to a certain height, and that's for certain situations where it doesn't have good signal and stuff like that. We want just full GPS mode, and then the bottom is return to home. But again, we just want in that GPS for now. Then what we're gonna do, the camera, when you come by me, stand by me, we'll get in back of the helicopter for safety, because we're all about safety. Now we're gonna go bottom left, bottom right to get our rotor spinning. Boom, she's kicked on. They're up to speed. We're gonna give it some throttle. And she's gonna kick up pretty quick. Oh, not too bad actually. Look at that. Again, guys, we're in like 13, 14 mile an hour winds right now. That thing is rock solid. Like, literally just an absolute beast. That's why I like these so much. You'll see the wind kick it around a little bit because it is so windy, but it's gonna hold. And now we're just gonna fly. And anyone, any beginner could fly this. It's so easy. It's like, probably the closest thing is like a DJI drone. So I'll bring it over here. Got the nice sunset coming. Sorry, camera woman, don't want to make you stare into the sun. We'll bring it over here. I always love with these helis, we'll walk over here, get a little bit closer. I love flying them nice and low by like some shrubbery and flying. It just looks so sick. Boom, we got the F09S Seahawk just flying over. We got the Coast Guard looking for who they're trying to save. What happened to all the water? It's all dried up. We got a bigger problem here. No, but for real, guys, I come out here and I just fly these helis. No joke. I have so much fun because I'm still learning a lot about helicopters, but these GPS ones just, they teach you so much. I guess not teach is the right word, but they get you comfortable with flying one. That's a better way to say it. So let's try out some of the features of this heli. So we're gonna take it up. Now guys, we can go inverted with this. So it's gonna go way up. That should be good. I'm gonna tap the mode button and pick a direction. Oh. And we are inverted. Now you have to remember, your controls are opposite with this one. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen though? Like, it flies so good even inverted. It makes me look like I'm a freaking pro. All right, we'll take her back up and we'll flip her back over. So let's get nice and high up. You gotta meet a certain threshold of height before you can flip it back over. Here we go. And there, we are back over. All right, so I'm gonna bring it down a little bit now. Bringing her down, bringing her down. It does it at a nice slow speed for you so you don't lose it or anything like that. So let's try it here. Now, there is a feature to make it fly in a figure eight or a circle if you want, and it'll automatically do that, but we're gonna do the return to home feature. So what I do here is I flip this switch, and it's gonna fly back to where we took off. Let's see how close it gets. It's doing it all itself from here on out. I'm not gonna touch the sticks. Let's see how it does in the wind. Whew, that wind is pushing it. The wind is pushing it, but it's fighting it pretty dang good. It beeps continuously to let you know that it's trying to return to home. I'm really impressed with it doing it in the wind. I've never tried the return to home feature in wind like this. Wow, that is pretty dang close to where we took off too. Look at that, guys. And there, it kills the blades for you automatically. When walking up and getting this thing, we're gonna take it back into GPS mode, and we're also gonna put danger, 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 the blades are stopped, okay? So that's why I freaking love this, but we're not to the best part yet. Let's hook up the FPV camera and give her a go. All right, so we have our little FPV camera here, and that's gonna screw right onto the bottom. That part is a little annoying. You kind of gotta commit if you're gonna do it because you gotta put a screw in and out every single time. Not the end of the world. Oh, no, 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 no littering. Okay, no littering, we don't do that here. If you litter, you're a nerd, to say the least. Not the good kind of nerd either. All right. So what we're gonna do, right on the front here, lost the screw. Right on the front here, put the camera. This is not a crazy, super expensive FPV camera by any means. Guys, it's a cheaper one, but it does the trick, all right? It's gonna get us FPV flying. I'm so new to it, I don't really know what I'm doing. So again, this is another cool way to just try it out. Got our little screwdriver. I'll put a little screw through here. Yeah. Get her nice and tight so she's not wobbling around too much. That's another thing to remember, guys. There's no like stabilization with this, all right? This camera's just raw dogging it on the bottom of this heli. And then all you do is we're gonna plug it in to our battery. It is gonna get warm just sitting, so you're gonna wanna make sure you fly once you get her plugged in. Now, there's nothing fancy you have to do. I have this really cheap set, but has been working decent for me, FPV goggles that we're gonna put on. They were super cheap and they came with my FPV drone as a kit. But what I can do is I can hold scan and it's gonna find our camera. And boom, it found it. I'll start recording on here so we can have the footage. It's not gonna be amazing footage. We have cheap goggles paired with a cheap FPV camera, but we're gonna try it. So let's back up and get to where we can fire her up. We're gonna do the same thing. All right, goggles are on, we're recording. Oh, I forgot to switch off danger. There, no danger now. Boom, I can see the rotor spinning. Okay, I'm gonna take her up. And we're in the air. Whoa! This is so cool. I wanna fly in this valley right away. Let me see. Yeah. Man, I feel like I'm watching like a 1990s home video. Like I'm waiting for me to be like opening up an N64. That's how this makes me feel. But honestly, it's super cool. This is so dang neat. And for not having like a stabilized camera on it, like it's not horrible. I thought it was gonna be way more like shaky and vibrating and stuff like that. But it looks pretty dang good. You can see it leaning a little bit because it's fighting against that wind. Take her over here, fly around, let off the sticks as it's fighting that wind a little bit. There we go, boom. Dude, it's so cool to even like see a view like this. I've never done this before. Like none of my planes have FPV or anything like that. I just have this little FPV kit that I have. So to have it on a helicopter is super neat. All right, I'm gonna bring it over here and then I'm gonna let GPS hold it. And then I'm gonna take the goggles off so I can just line of sight fly it again. Because I kind of want to do that for landing. I'm not comfortable enough yet to do that. So let's bring her down a little bit lower. This time, rather than the return to home, we might try, actually, here, I'm gonna flip, it's gonna fly in a circle automatically. Flipping the switch, gonna fly in a circle on its own. It should like nose in and then fly on its own. Which honestly, I just thought about would be kind of cool for the FPV setup too, but it's still recording. I just have it off. I'm doing it line of sight so I can keep an eye on it. Look at that, it just flies a perfect circle. And then you flip it again, same direction to just turn it off. Now let's see if we can bring it in for a nice, smooth, calm, buttery roll landing. All right, so we'll bring it in here, kind of where we were. Try to find a nice level spot. And I'm just gonna try bringing her down nice and slow. That was a little quick, honestly. Hold the down till the blades kick off. There we go. Danger! The rotors are stopped! Watch out! Let me unplug our camera here so it don't overheat. There it is, guys. The Xiang F09S, the Coast Guard livery, beautiful helicopter. I can't tell you how much I've honestly been enjoying these helicopters. I love the kit. I love what it comes with. A huge thank you to YXZNRC for sending this out for review. And then again, make sure to use code Mach3RC to get 10% off of this if you're interested. Way too much fun. Even got suspension on this. So freaking cool. I gotta go get my other battery pack and we're gonna go for a rip, all right? Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. More jets and stuff coming soon.